Listen. Under the endless heavens, by the glow of embers, I share with you a secret kept since the dawn of time. I am Érinar, the eternal wanderer, keeper of memories and old truths. I have wandered through ages and empires, across silent steppes and stormy seas. I have heard the same sacred name carried on different tongues, seen the same God clothed in many guises. Tonight, as the stars wheel above, I will tell you of the Sky Father, an ancient spirit whose story spans worlds. I remember the first mornings of our people. Long ago on the Eurasian steppe, our distant ancestors looked up and felt a presence in the bright blue expanse. They named it Dios Vater, Father Sky, the divine personification of the daylight heavens. He was the primeval patriarch of their world, the vault of sky itself, vast, shining and alive. In those days, Sky Father and Earth Mother were as one. Dios watching from above, and beneath him the earth, Deghom as his wife. Together they were the parents of creation, the union of heaven and earth reflected in every harvest and rainfall. From their father Sky came nourishing rains and sunlight, kissing Mother Earth to bring forth life. Around flickering campfires, elders would whisper that the sun was the eye of Dios, the Sky Father's lamp watching over all. In the azure dome by day and the starry darkness by night, they felt his presence, sometimes gentle as dawn, sometimes fearsome as thunder. He was not yet a tyrant or thunder-wielder, but the illumined vault of day, protector and witness of oaths. Under his gaze, communities prospered and kept their bonds. Dios Vater, the very words carried warmth, a sense of light and paternity. Even now, in many languages, the word for God and sky echoes his name. I have walked in the forests along the Indus and Sarasvati, where ancient Vedic sages sang of the Sky Father. In Sanskrit they called him Dios Pitar, Heaven Father. In a hymn of the Rig Veda, a rishi cries, Dios is my father, my begetter, this great earth is my mother. Even Indra, king of the Vedic gods, is said to be born of Father Dios and Mother Prithivi. The old poets rarely spoke of Dios alone, but when they did it was with reverence. They imagined him as the arching sky, alive with light, who, together with Earth Mother, formed the cosmic pair, the two parents, nurturing the world. One Rigvedic prayer intones, Tanno Wato Mayobu Watu Beshagam Tanmata Prithivi Tatpita Dayo. May the wind bring us blissful medicine. May Mother Earth,
may Father Heaven grant it to us.
Dios Pitar was envisioned as a vast bull lowing in the clouds, fertilizing the earth with rain. Though later his thunder passed to Indra, the memory of Father Sky endured in every sunrise and every oath sworn under the open firmament. From the fertile plains of India, I journey westward, following the Sky Father's secret. In each land I find him anew by a different name. In ancient Greece, beneath marble columns of Olympus, I heard him called with awe, Zeus Pater, Father Zeus. The Greeks remembered the old Sky Father, now a mighty king. Zeus, the thunder-bearer, cloud-gatherer, ruler of gods and men. His very name, Zeus, springs from the same root, Dio, bright sky. To Greek ears it meant light and deity all at once, just as it did to Vedic seers and steppe nomads long before. I once stood on the plains of Troy at dusk, as war paused for truce. In the hush, an Achaean king raised his hands and invoked Zeus, Zo Pater, Hidithen Medeon, Kidiste Megiste, Father Zeus, ruling from Ida, most glorious, most great. That cry echoed the ages, calling not only the Greek god but the primordial Sky Father to bear witness, and Zeus answered, perhaps a thunderclap or an eagle soaring overhead. Through Zeus, the secret endured. The heavens above are alive, aware, and paternal. Yet Zeus was harsher and more splendid than gentle Dyaeus of old. The Greeks told how he seized power. Born of Kronos, he overthrew his tyrant father, cast the Titans down, and established a new order. In him, the ancient Sky Father gained the thunder and storm. Father Zeus became wielder of lightning and law, guarding justice among men. His voice was thunder, his smile sunlight through clouds. Even hurling bolts, Zeus kept the benevolent title Pater, Father of gods and men. Through him, the secret shone, the sky rules and safeguards. When Rome rose, the Sky Father found another home. The Romans knew him as Jupiter, evolving from Deus Pater, Deus Peter, the same Sky Father. They hailed Jupiter, Optimus Maximus, best and greatest, thunder wielder and protector of the state. In the Capitol I saw his statue, gilded and majestic, an eagle at his side, thunderbolt in hand. Romans gave him a solemn civic air, guardian of oaths and treaties, master of auguries in the sky. When legions marched, they swore, by Jupiter, saluting the heavens. Even Latin echoes him, Dies for day, Deus for God, Jove for the Sky Father of light. Thus, at Empire's heart, the ancient father lived on, draped in a toga, worshipped with reverence and pomp. Travelling north, I followed the secret beyond Rome's borders. Across misty Germanic forests and Scandinavian fjords, I traced the Sky Father's memory. Among the Norse, the name had shifted like light through a prism. The ancestors spoke of a sky god Tiwaz, known later as Tyr, god of clear sky and battles, whose name means simply God sharing roots with Dyaeus. Linguists tell that Tyr and Zeus once shared not only roles but a name in distant antiquity. Tyr was likely the Germanic Sky Father of old, holder of oaths and honor. But by the Viking Age, his throne had passed to another, Odin, the All-Father. Odin is a different face of the Sky Father, darker, more mysterious, yet still patriarchal. I met him on a wind-swept plain under the aurora, disguised as a wanderer in a broad hat and grey cloak, one eye gleaming with hidden knowledge. The Norse called him Alfother All-Father, father of gods and of humans. His nature was forged in the harsh north, seeker of wisdom, giver of fury and inspiration. His name Odin stems from words for ecstasy and fierce mind. Where Dyaeus embodied clear daylight, Odin embodied storm and raven-shrouded mystery. Yet he, too, is Skyfather, seated high in Asgard, ruling heavens, bearing many names, All-Father, Wise One, Valfother, Father of the Slain, each declaring fatherly power over cosmos and kings. In the poetic Edda, a seeress sings how Odin bestowed life upon the first humans, two lifeless trees on the shore, until Odin and his brothers gave them soul and form. Ond gaf Odin, Od gaf Hönir, La gaf Lodur ok Lituguda. Odin gave them breath, Hönir gave them mind, Lodur gave them blood and fair hue. Thus Odin breathes spirit, as a sky god might breathe wind into the world. This, too, is the Sky Father's secret, to give the spark of life. Just as Dyaeus Pitta fathered the Vedic gods, and Zeus the heroes of Greece, so Odin All-Father fathered humankind in Norse saga. Through countless generations, the Sky Father endures, wearing one face then another. Beyond these lands, Celts saw him in Dagda, good god and All-Father, and in Taranis the Thunderer. Slavs and Balts had Dievas and Perun, the Hittites, Seus and Tiwat, many others their own sky guardians. In every tongue the idea persists, above us reigns a powerful Father in the sky. This is the secret I carry, that the Sky Father is a shared memory of humanity. Our myths and languages, scattered by oceans and millennia, still speak of him in reverent unity. From Dyaeus to Zeus, Jove to Odin, the names change like sunset's hues, but the soul of the story remains.
What, then, is the Sky Father's secret?
It is not a treasure hidden in mountains, nor a spell in a dusty tome. It is a feeling, an understanding our ancestors passed on in whispers and songs. They looked upward and felt a comforting truth. The wide sky is alive, aware, caring for the earth below. They envisioned a father who brings dawn, rain, and the fates of kings, a father who watches with the sun by day and the stars by night. Empires rise and fall, languages are born and lost, yet the sky remains the same ceiling over us all. The secret is that in that dome, people everywhere have seen a father's face. I, Erinar, have sat with shepherds beneath chilly Anatolian nights, hearing them call on the Sky Father for fair weather. I have watched Roman generals pray to Jupiter before battle, and Norse farmers toast Odin at midwinter for the coming sun. Though they named him differently, they saluted the same infinite sky, the same ancient god behind the name. In each thunderclap, they heard his voice. In each sunrise, they saw his blessing. The Sky Father's secret is unity, a shared heritage threaded through all myths, reminding us we are children of the same sky. Time is a wheel, and I have seen it turn. The Sky Father, who was a young god at humanity's dawn, grew into the stern patriarch on Olympus, and later the wandering wise one in Asgard. Yet in every transformation something of the original light remained. Ancient poets called him Father of Light and Father of All. In a sense he is always there, the vault of heaven itself which inspired the first prayer and will inspire the last. Now the fire burns low and the night deepens. The stars, eternal and silent, drape the sky, the same stars our ancestors crowned upon the Sky Father. As I end my tale, think of this when you look upward. Those countless shining eyes may be the eyes of the old Sky Father, watching. We, wandering children of earth, have never been alone under this firmament. We have always told stories of a fatherly presence above to feel guarded in the vast dark. And so the secret lives on, in every language that names the sky, in every prayer that opens with Our Father in heaven, in every gasp of awe at a sunrise or thunderbolt, the Sky Father speaks. Though empires crumble and tongues fade, his tale is whispered still, carried on the wind, encircling the world, from the Ganges to the Aegean, from the Tiber to the fjords. I leave you with this timeless truth, born of my eternal journey. The sky above has a story, and we are all part of it. In the first light of dawn, when night yields to day, perhaps you too will hear his ancient voice in the morning breeze, a fatherly whisper from the heavens saying, I am here. I have always been here.